Dear friends, always in this world we see people are seeking peace. And whether we are poor or rich, whether we believe in God or not, or whether we believe in Christianity among Muslims or Hindus, everyone in this world is searching for peace. And you'll see there are big associations which are formed, or societies are formed, so that they will think over this peace, how to get it. And they will devise or come out with various plans. But sometimes we experience that there is no peace in our lives. It happens in our own families. A girl or a boy in the family will like a girl and will say, I want to marry that girl. The parents will inquire. They'll go to the parish priest, this and all. That girl is not good, don't marry her. Then boy will say, no, I want to marry that girl only. And then there are fights in the family. Sometimes the boy may give up. Same thing can happen. A boy may not get a job. We are trying to seek the job. He is going everywhere. But failure. Nobody is calling him. He doesn't pass in the interviews. And people at home keep on trying. He only wants to sit down there and eat. He does nothing. He listens for some days and then he gets angry. Then there are fights in the family. So what happens? All of us are seeking for peace, but we do not. But in today's gospel there is something surprising, confusing. Jesus, whom we call the King of Peace, he is saying, I have not come to give you peace. There will be confusion, there will be fights, there will be wars. But for what? He said, because of me, in the same house, mother and father will fight, daughter and son will fight, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law will fight because of me. Because one will accept me, another one will reject me. And you will have fights in the society. And that is what we experience. Even from the Catholic families, we have seen people fighting. Because some of the members are going and joining other sects. And each one says, we have got Jesus. And no one denies that Jesus is one only. But then there are fights. One will join some CNI church, another will join Pentecostal church. And then there are fights. I was in one of the parishes, a man came to me. The daughter was studying in the school. Father, my wife went to the Protestant group. And now there are fights. I am working abroad. Now they are telling me, my son is also gone and they are trying to, the girl which is engaged studying in the school, they are trying to take her also. They are trying to tell me, sell this house, the flat. With my heart, I have worked hard to buy this flat and they are telling me to sell it now. But Father, I know, if I sell this flat, they will not give anything to this daughter who is so young, studying in 7th standard, 8th standard. And the money will be wasted. I told him, you don't sell it. After a week he came back. Father, I made agreement or will and I put the property on this child's name. So they will not be able to sell it, even if I die. The property will go to the daughter, youngest daughter. I said, you are doing well. Afterwards what happened, I don't know, I was transferred from that parish. But this is what happens. The words of Jesus came true there. The one, they have not left Jesus according to the theoretical answer, because Jesus is one. but one has gone. Half the family or full family has gone to the Protestant group. And only one, that man and the youngest child, is Catholic. So see what happens. But Jesus has come to give us true peace. Those who believe in Him will get true peace. And that is what we are seeking for. So how to get this peace in our lives? We have to dedicate ourselves to Jesus. The dedication is important. Suppose someone says, this lady is 85% faithful to her husband. In other words, she is not faithful. There cannot be 85% faithfulness. It should be 100% faithfulness. Total dedication, total faithfulness. Jesus is calling us for that. We should be totally dedicated to Him, to His teaching. Follow the teachings of the church. Follow what Vatican II says. If you don't follow, there will be schism. And that is what we have been reading in the newspapers or perhaps on the WhatsApp group if you are watching. Now, Society of St. Paul, the 10th, was there. And they were separated because of this, because they don't believe in Pope's authority, they don't believe in Vatican II. So they were separated 20 years back. Pope Benedict and Pope Francis, they made reconciliation. They were taken back to the church. But again, their provincial general or their superior ordained 5 bishops without Rome's permission, without Pope's permission. And according to the canon law, they are automatically separated, excommunicated from the church. They have not left Jesus. Perhaps they may say, we are higher than the Pope. And that is what they mean. But automatically they are excommunicated. They believe in Jesus, but do not follow Pope's authority, do not follow Vatican II. So again, in the church generally, there is a division. So where there is peace, externally at least, not there. So we do not want only external peace, but internal peace, spiritual peace, which Jesus alone can give. And that is what we are seeking for. You are coming here not only to sit down there and pray, but you expect the effect of that prayer, coming closer to God, and also God will grant us peace. And that peace, Jesus says, I will give you. Not as the world gives, but I will give you true peace. Because He is our true life, way, and truth. Jesus is truth, who will give us true peace. And that is what we are seeking for. Now, to get this peace, our hearts should be clean. Once there was a beggar, and there was a king. The king was well known to give gifts to the poor people, to his subjects, his people in his kingdom. So this beggar went to the king and he asked, Maharaja, king, I am poor, so give me some gifts. He said, go, come tomorrow, I'll give you. So beggar came with little bigger bowl, but that bowl was beggar's bowl, no. He brought a new, another bowl. He had come with small chatty, no. He brought a bigger bowl, but very dirty. So he came and he said, King, give me now your gifts. He thought he will give. So king said, yes, I am a king, I want to give you very good gold, silver. But you have come to take the gifts with this dirty bowl. How can I put these precious gifts in that dirty bowl? Jesus is asking us, don't keep your hearts dirty, sinful. Keep them clean so that I can give you gifts, gift after gifts. Gifts of love, gifts of peace, gifts of forgiveness. All these gifts Jesus wants to give us. But for that, to get the peace from Jesus as He gives us, our heart should be clean. If those hearts are clean, then Jesus will put those gifts in our hearts, in our lives, and in our families. So let us pause and pray today. Though today's reading, gospel reading is little confusing, that Jesus says, I have come to put you one against the other, but to give you true peace. That true, Jesus who is the giver of true peace may grant us peace, love, joy in our families and in our lives.